What's up, guys? Fairly Decent here. This is from Fairly Decent Gaming. As always, if you like the content, please throw it a like. If not, it's cool, you can move on. No feelings are hurt here. But as you can tell, this is not Call of Duty. I haven't really been playing it that much, or not really having that much fun with it, so I'm going to start this new series of me playing MLB2K13. It's going to be my player mode, and we'll just treat it like a little series of my guy growing and getting into the pros and having a career and all that crap, and me commentating over it. I originally recorded this with a live commentary, but it was kind of boring because there was a lot of slow points of me trying to figure out what I wanted to do with like a name and all that, so I'm just doing this first episode with a very quick movie review of Zero Dark 30, which I bought on Tuesday. I watched it on Tuesday, but I haven't had a day off since yesterday. But yesterday was softball and a bunch of other stuff that I was doing, so I was too busy to do this video then. I also recorded all this yesterday. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this video short at about 6.5 minutes, just because I don't want it to be a like 20-minute video, because it was just one long recording, and it will go into my first games, and that'll be my next video. And I'm gonna kind of stick with this for a while, unless I want to switch it up. I'll still do Call of Duty here and there, but only when I feel like it, or if I had a game that something funny happened. But again, this background will just be the boring part of this series of creating the player and picking a random team to play for. But to the movie review, I watched Zero Dark 30, which, if you don't know, the movie is about the process that went through to catch Osama bin Laden. The different interrogation, how long they did it, for the years that they've been trying to find him, and the biggest manhunt of all time, or whatever they were calling it at that time. When I originally got the movie, I thought it was going to be a like American propaganda type movie, where they just try to be like America all over the place, try to make it seem like America was amazing. But although I kind of have that kind of sense with the movie still, they're trying to have like American pride into it, but it didn't feel like a movie like Green Zone or something, where you can totally tell that they had a completely other like agenda in the movie of trying to shove something down your throats. It incorporates a lot of things that the U.S. and all the other people that helped find him, what they did wrong, what they did right, and what they could have did better, whatever. And obviously this is a dramatic representation of what happened. It probably wasn't anything like this. They probably left a lot of things out because they don't want to make people look too bad. But anyway, yeah, if you're a type of person that is easily offended or squeamish or something, I don't really know the right word for it, I probably wouldn't recommend that you watch this movie, because there's a lot of interrogation scenes, like waterboarding and borderline torture things that they did to get the information that they needed. And there's also, when they've raided the little complex, they did end up killing some women and all that, but it was kind of, I was surprised that they didn't leave that out, but because you would think that they would be worried about what people would think, but whoever wrote it didn't care, because the movie was written based off of first-hand accounts, which means it was probably things that were wrong or forgotten or misconstrued. But either way, I thought I enjoyed the movie. It was entertaining. I didn't feel like they were just trying to shove America's great down people's throats, because they did incorporate things that were kind of shady that they did. I'm not going to say anything so that you can watch it and make your own judgments on the movie. But I figured that I should do some sort of a review on it, because it did win or get nominated for a bunch of Academy Awards. It did get good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, so I figured I would watch it, because I don't really hear a lot of people talking about it. I've heard people mention that it was good, but I haven't really heard people speak about it as if it's a really good movie, which it was. So in my opinion, I would recommend it 100%. Unless, like I said before, you are easily offended either by like torture scenes or foul language or extreme violence or something, because there is a lot of extreme violence in this. So if you're one of those people, do not watch the movie, because I don't want to hear somebody whine about how I recommended it and it offended you. I can care less, but this movie is well written, well acted, and it was entertaining enough for me to watch the whole thing. I was actually debating about doing a movie review on this or Taken 2, because Taken 2, I was bored. I wanted to do a really bad review on it because it was terrible. It was a disappointment. It was, I don't know, I got bored halfway through and ended up focusing on other things, and I had no clue how that movie ended because I stopped watching it. It was boring. Anyways, Zero Dark 30, I would give it 8 out of 10. It wasn't like a mind blower, but it was very entertaining. It was fun to watch, and I enjoyed it. So go check it out if you're into that sort of thing. If not, it's cool. You can move on. You can see what I'll do maybe next week. Maybe there'll be a better movie. But this is the end of this first episode of this. The next one will be my first game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.